Alright, folks, I'm going to continue on the reading of the World Transmutation Day project. This is very interesting because it's metaphysical. Basic atomic particles that are the stuff the physical universe is made of are standing wave nodes that blink in and out of physicality trillions of times per second. Now, if there's any scientists out there, can you dispute that? I mean, isn't that what's the scientific method of experimentation and empirical evidence has shown this? Let me read this again. And by the way, this is from my friend Lewis. He's over on Internet Global. Lewis has written out this proposal, and I think it's amazing. We should consider this and participating in it. It's up to you. That's the cult. This is it. Basic atomic particles that are the stuff the physical universe is made of are standing wave nodes that blink in and out physicality trillions of times per second. Maybe that's why we're always waving at each other. In this process, the potential energy standing wave nodes oscillates between the dense localized space contracted time expanded potential energy state of the nodes and the space expanded time contracted kinetic energy state of the waves that move between the nodes. Wow. I probably should read that again, but I think it makes no difference. I'm going to put the information below. The kinetic energy wave part of this oscillation occurs at multiple harmonic velocities that form exponentially expanding nodal structures throughout space. So you mean I'm not really here? The kinetic wave part of this oscillation occurs at multiple harmonic velocities that form exponentially expanding nodal structures throughout space. Exponentially expanding velocities are expressed in powers of the number 2, as in the sequence 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. Power of the number 2. 2 times something. So, what we're talking about here is being able to walk through walls. Like, if you are really tripping, you can walk through a wall. Just pass right through it, like it's not even there. Invisible. Being invisible, that's easy with this kind of science. But we're getting ahead of ourselves here. Let's read the rest of the paragraph. In each step of this process, the distance covered by the moving waves is doubled. As this doubling process continues, vast distances of space are covered, approaching infinity. Where are we? That which is infinitely fast occupies every point in space simultaneously in an infinitely short time. Duh! It is the cosmic electricity that flows through everything, creating the manifested universe. Was that a mosquito or was that energy? Next paragraph says this. Spiritually advanced benevolent beings, including ascended masters, angels, extraterrestrials, and planetary, solar, and galactic logos beings, will be invited to participate in, inspire, guide, and protect the mass meditation process. Thank you. You're all invited. And I think some people have a problem with the idea of ascended masters. I have a book over here where I can tell you there's a new term that people are trying to use for it. And the guy who wrote the book, the son, actually did an interview with Abby of Breaking the Set. Do you watch that? So, see, 2 steps of separation. They do that on IMDb, also the movie website. But let's not get too tangential here. The next paragraph says, such advanced spiritual beings are extremely powerful and will be more than willing to participate when invited to do so by the free will of participating humans. See, what he's saying and what we are saying here is that what I suggested, that we can face the global crisis by just saying we can do something and then practicing a state of mind that is prayerful. We're focusing on certain ideas, certain wishes. I mean, it's just like making a wish. You know, there's a charity called Make-A-Wish Foundation. I mean, that's normal. That's mainstream. I mean, why can't we do it? We don't have to write all this out on paper. Like, you know, that's why and I'm talking about registering and bureaucracy and all that. I don't mind if you write it down, like this essay has been written down, or I write down, you know, a script to make my point concise. But writing down all this stuff, like, you know, litigiously, like we've got this pile of laws like this. It just piles, it stinks to high heaven. It just stinks. It's pile like a stinking pile. But the only thing we need is like the first page of the law to get back to that. So what we're doing here is really basic. We don't have to make it complicated. It's just simple prayer, just like there's simple law. We've got to simply say we can grab this problem up and contend with it. We're going to deal with it, just like that. Let me read the final paragraph of the proposal, and then he adds something to talk about the organization of it, which I'll probably do in another video. But the last paragraph says, to be really effective, such coordinated mass meditation should be conducted on an ongoing basis on carefully selected dates based on astrology, or the positions of the planets. I suggest summer solstice of 2013, which is conjunct Jupiter for the first event. I also suggest that the local time of day for specific locations on Earth be coordinated when the galactic center is conjunct the midheaven, and other angular house cusps allowing for 4 optimal times of day for individuals and groups to tune in according to whatever is their daily schedule. As an astrologer, I'll be happy to discuss details involved in selecting such dates. I will not go into more detail here, so as to keep the initial proposal short, to the point. Yeah, I think it was to the point, even though I digressed in reading it. But, you know, if you want me to do a straight through read, I can do that. I can, you know. So that was about 6 or 7 paragraphs, and I think just a lot of amazing things came out of that. I'm going to do another video for the organizational addendum to that proposal. I have no idea why I'm saying that right now. I'll just do the video.